never broken again as he wins again in Paris.
I've been feeling great, as I said, very, very confident throughout the entire week, especially in the last 3 days. I mean, that gives me a lot of encouragement coming into the World Tour Finals in London. You know, I have a week now to rest, get ready, and hopefully have another great tournament there.
So Ash Barty ran away with the year-end #1 on the women's side. Not the case here on the men's side. This is the up-to-date race for the year-end #1. Now 640 points separating Rafa and Novak. Jimmy has crunched the numbers. What has to happen?
You need those from Jimmy?
Jimmy, what has to happen in London for either of those two guys to finish the year #1?
Well, for Djokovic, he's got to make it to the finals. Nadal has to show, first of all. That's one of the things that are seriously in doubt, is whether or not Rafa can even play. We'll find out in a few days, I suppose. But if he can't play, Djokovic still has to get through the round robin and make the final.
So questions about Rafa's health, and we don't know yet if he's going to post. We had questions about Novak's health at the beginning of this week. He didn't sound or look very good, and that's a pretty good effort for a guy who was sick.
Yeah, it really was. And his last 3 matches were spectacular to see that form from Novak. But his serving, I mean, Brett, you alluded to it, was broken in his opening match and then really cruised in his service games. And even today, he won an amazing, was it 80% of his second serve points? Shapovalov, 18%. It was a joke how well Novak was able to control his own service game.
2 matches in a row, Dimitrov as well, couldn't make returns off Novak's first serve. And Novak's first serve is 123 miles an hour. Yeah, he's hitting his spots, but he's not hitting them as well as Federer does, for instance. And I'm just surprised that guys couldn't put the return in.
It's not the first guy, Shapovalov, that Novak has made look average, but just a getaway on him. I mean, a pretty big step forward for Shapo this week, would you say?
Unbelievable for the last couple of months. He sort of reverted to the old Shapo a little bit in this match to me, where he panicked and started trying to hit winners from positions in the court that he shouldn't have tried to hit winners from. And you learn some things that he's got to work on in the offseason. He's going to have to get the transition game a little bit better. He's not afraid to come to net. But once he gets up there, he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't make volleys. He's going to have to improve that, and he's going to have to just learn how to put returns in. He's an amazing athlete. He actually moves so well. He could defend, but he doesn't put the ball in.
We saw that stat during the match where he has gone to the slice return more since working with Yuzny. But as Jimmy said, it was out of his game today. He was hitting a lot of returns. He was missing all of them. But you're right. I mean, shades of the old Shapo. But I think if you're Dennis, you're finishing the year, you're pretty happy. He's going to be 15 in the world. A lot to look forward to in 2020.
We saw Marat Safin, former Paris champion on multiple occasions, who handed out the trophy today. It was trophy number 77 in the career of Novak Djokovic. That ties him now with John McEnroe for 5th most titles in the Open era.